people on various platforms, just waiting for a couple of others, which shouldn't be long. Thank you for patience. Patience is appreciated. Your viewing is important to us. Patience is appreciated. What's this? Here we go. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today, mostly just painting, I think. I do need to redo a bit of sprue stretching because I fucked up the length of one of them. Well, don't even get me started. It was dingus behaviour, nuts and bolts. Dingus. So we'll get that happening out of the way. Then, people, we shall start doing some detailing. Now, I do have one of the wires ready to rock and roll. I'll use that to measure the other one. I attempted to do that before and did it so in a completely dumbass manner. So, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to do it in a more sensible manner. I will explain what was dumbass. And I actually want to get this done onto this stream. Why? Partly because I fucking partly because that'll get the Halifax finished, and I want it finished. Oh, hey Justin, how you doing? Get this. I had the sprue stretched, had it painted. Thought I had it measured out correctly, got one of them wrong. Suppose there's two wires for the aerials on the Halifax. Okay. Stretch again. This I then did. And yeah, anyway. So I went through the process again and made exactly the same error. I know what I did wrong. I was trying to measure it of all things whilst holding in the air. I've got one that's the correct length, but I just one on the table alongside. Oh, it's on. Someone's really fucking. Never mind. So I'm going through again. Now, so yeah, if you're getting a slight case of deja vu as to, I don't know if you saw me doing this yesterday. If you did, what can I tell you? Ingus! I can't believe I did that. Dumbass, that's what it was. Oh well, easier to fix it. The final analysis. And as I always say, that is my single biggest issue. Now, I'll hit that with a bit of paint. Then we'll get on to other matters. And then in fact you'll get a different camera angle, not just my happy smiling face, which you may as well see because ultimately what I'm working on is right there. Is this where you can see my happy smiling face? You know what I've forgotten to do? How does one? Oh, that is the stuff. I tell you. There's a number of things that, in my opinion, a thinking government would make sure that was supplied readily and steadily. for every member of their population. One is caffeine. Doesn't matter if it's tea or coffee. I'm comfy with that caffeine. The other, at least for those who are of the legal age, oral sex. There should be teams of people going around dishing it out. Because we go from being cheap sex workers to valued members of our society. Put smiles on people's dials. Anytime somebody gets stressed, they call the department. They send someone out. The problem is teams going around, making sure every day. Well, you get the picture of where I'm going with this. Well, maybe you don't. Can't tell me that people wouldn't vote for that sort of policy. Pretty much you can see what I'm doing. It's a pretty straightforward operation. Once I've got this done, I will as I said, we'll let that dry. I do have the wire that does fit to measure against. No. We can look very seriously at getting a bit more done on. I could even put the wires on. The thing is, I prefer let it just sort of sit in one position. I don't like to move it while the wire. I attach them first at the front, then I'll put it onto the bit at the back. I don't generally like moving my kit whilst that process is in operation. That is my personal take on the matter. Also start to think. I was going to. Was else that I'm not. Right, that's that painted. We'll clean the brush. And then get on to other matters. I would be, one of the other things that happened while I was trying to get the one that wasn't long enough on there, I was measuring around, I actually knocked the aerial stand off. This did not help my take on life. Never mind. Oh dear, outside. Never mind. Now, I should move some of this shit around. What's that doing here? Pop these up here for the time being. All of this up. And now we've got someone we're working on. Light on. Get you a better viewing posse. Excuse me a moment. I have a, now, I know it's called an HS, they're from Hong Kong, I think, HS80, you know, I can't even recall what the actual brand name is, something Seng, it's not bad, it does the job. Now, something like, there's a few things I do to it. Oh, well, how about yourself? I have speculated about slashing the cash for a top-notch one. But at the moment, I find myself a bit more into the mindset of, how shall I put this? I am going to put the air conditioner on, but I'll keep talking. The mindset of if you're driving somewhere, you can go on a roller, nice Rolls Royce. It's the Swish gear. Or you can go, you're probably not familiar with the Holden Commodore. Suffice to say, it's a generic car that'll just mass produced. Boom. At the moment, I drive on a Commodore. It gets the job done. Now, one thing I forgot to do when I was doing all my wood was this part. Now, interestingly, I've got any pattern on this side. But we will, of course, do those on this side, and I will need to do my usual little mahogany lining gaps first. I will now do something else. See what colours the floor here. Bits and bobs. Dashes are generally dark grey, and interiors are also different. What floors are anyway. Interiors. So we'll come to that later. But foist, mahogany brown. Okay, I'm not familiar with that particular one. Is it a Swish one? It sounds good. G-Rex. Nice. Do goggle. Nice crisp. Basically, I go in between the planks with mahogany brown, then floor planks are do with lighter wood. I think. Oh, yeah, I've heard a white are a bit of the gear. Expensive, but I believe the line is you get what you pay for. The and sometimes that's the case. Yeah. And look, seriously, I have the cash spare. I'd almost certainly be, well, there's a few different options on things I might upgrade. Modelling is not my only hobby. Good thing about doing the mahogany bits, it can be a bit clumsy. doesn't really matter by virtue of the fact that, well, go over the top with the lighter colour and that sort of tidies it up. I'll zoom actually. There you go. Sort of see a bit more as to what I'm doing. There we go. All right. Almost there. Stop. All right. I believe it actually. Should probably go that way. Anyway, the bottom line. See that I've done the in between the planks with the mahogany brown. Now I'm going, once that dries, which won't take long, I'll go on top with a much lighter brown, and that's how I get. Here we go. That effect. I'll come up like that in the final analysis. I'm pretty much liking as a methodology on the or as a come finish for wood. I like it. Now. Very soon I'll be able to measure out. I know what I'll do. I'll wait a bit before because I prefer to put the wires on towards the end session, and I'll finish putting them on later. Fine. Now. Here we go. I'll zoom you out. Probably zoom out further. Okay. Axle. Well, go to cover. First, oily steel. Nope. Look, for dry brushing, I just go and use crap brushes. Let's face it, dry brushing can dish out quite a hammering on your on a brush, and you don't want to use a good brush doing. For me, there is a time and a place where crap brushes come into their own. That is the time and place. Or one of them anyway. Oily steel, oily steel. Nah, changed my mind. Goggle. actually going to do. Axle itself probably a dark sea green, as I've pointed out many times. Looks as grey as I can fucking. That I find very useful. For a bit of oil on it. Good. Okay. Yeah. But I will wait till the oil steel has dried before I do that. Then don't have thoughts about cabin. Okay. What we don't. All right. There have our that's the actually that's brakes part of the brake system goes there because the wheel rims are different. That's up. I don't. Now, is there anything else I want to make? Not that I can think of offhand. Actually, yeah, there is, but I'd want to do that later. Now, brush. So, that's going to be, yeah, axle, front wheel, or the back wheels for something. That's the bottom line. But that dark grey, if I'm going to do that dark, well, might do those little shock absorbers, a slightly different colour, just because it behooves. Gee. Oh, man. That perhaps steps. Okay, there's a few executive decisions. Okay. Is there anything on the end? I like everything. Yeah. Most of the voiced. Great. And I'm going to use dark grey to create the rubber seal. Stick. And that's going to be the rubber seal. Do a couple of other colours under. Then absorbers. And got the entirety of that done. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing and why. Is there a reason, people? Incredible, but it's a fact. Now, what I've done there is where you can see I've done the sort of. Okay, there you go. You can see the suspension, one grey. We've got the shock absorbers there in black. We're going to be doing the. I think it's a very similar grey to the. Suspension. Be that as it might. We're doing a different grey again to go across there, and it'll. Yeah, that's the theory. In the meantime, now where else? That's where I wanted to go. Right. Oh, place. All right. Doing these steps, I guess. trying to get to come through underneath. I'll hopefully show you what I'm trying to achieve. What I've achieved very shortly. Pretty much. Now, what I've tried to do. Oh yeah, sort of. Get the light right up so you can see that I've got the steps, the bars that create the steps, one color, and in between, different color. Metal. There's the plan. Oh, hey Tony, how you doing? Once I've got this done, as far as this color, well, including first I'll finish that wooden panel. Then we can maybe start looking at gun bits. I do World War One planes. In fact, there's a. Here we go. Moment. I've got one that I need to complete. I have indeed done the classic Hawker DR1 for Manfred von Richthofen. But yeah, that's the bars on the getting. Whatever the correct term is for what people use to get up. All right. So, where we're at, we can start to see how that's coming together as a area on the back front of the truck, be that as it may. Boom. Now that out. Take my goggles off. Now World War One aircraft. Haha. Yeah. Give me a moment. Now I will hasten to add what I'm about to display to you. In fact, as you will see, is yet to be constructed. However, Um, okay. G and U, good and you. At least that's my understanding of it. Now, first things first, on the World War One front. Delay. Got to finish this. This is a stop with camel. When completed, it will have the markings of A.R. Brown, who was credited with shooting down Richtofen. This will therefore give me Richtofen's final mount being the Fokker DR1 in blood red, and the guy who was credited with shooting him down, which I think is a good pair to have. Now, on the other subject of World War One stuff, give me a moment to. There they are. Note use of they, plural. Let's see if I need to dig a few out. I will need to dig a few out. That's fine. May even try and show these to you in correct order. There is a correct order, by the way. That. What else do we have? Right. Alrighty. That's the one. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Alrighty. Here we go. Now, I have a number of World War One kits that I do intend to complete and do. And the first one I actually saw, and I got because it just looked like a novelty thing, was actually, probably need to put you back a bit here, was this little number. It's an interesting one. I looked at it and thought, ooh, that's rather funky. And I got it just on a whim. It was $20, which in Australia is a reasonable sort of a price to pay for a kit. In fact, very reasonable. Boom. And there obviously we can see that once it's built, we get the one of the early instances of a seagoing plane. Now, I got that, and I got the urge to get a whole stack of other ones. Now there is goes like this. First, actually, whoops, I am missing one. Give me a moment, gentlemen. So here it is. Here we go. Now, whilst I got all of these. So I've got this next one as well out of. Now, along the way, I also scored this one. Very cheap again. And the thing that's novel about the D7, as much as anything else, is I believe it was causing enough carnage on. Where's my coffee gone? Yeah, well, this is it caused enough problems for the Allies on the Western Front that it was actually made mention of in the Treaty of Versailles as cannot be produced anymore. That's how full on it was. But yeah, there's that one. But now we get to the ones where there is a specific point. And there is a specific point, gentlemen. And it goes like this. Okay, as I mentioned, got Richthofen's Fokker triplane, which some would argue is a little cliche. I say not, obviously. But I thought to myself, what about other aircraft he flew? Because of course I knew he flew the Albatross. Well, it goes like this. What we have here is an Albatross D2. Now, yeah, one day in 1917, and this does indeed come with a brief moment. That's Berthold. Ah, here we go. This here in 1916, in fact, these are the markings for Richthofen's first flight in combat. Albatross D2. So I got that one. Most happy with that. Now, something I want to get before I get stuck into these is you can get a biplane building jig. This helps facilitate the multi-wing thing. So I'd like to do that. Then, of course, moving right along. We've got we've got two D3s. He went on to the D3 now. I'm not sure if I have him in this one. I think I have his D3 in here. And I think it was the D3 in which he first got his. It might be the D5. Give me a moment. We have here. That's Lothar, his brother. Boom, here we go. Manfred. And as you can, well, these are the colours. Boom. So that's his D3 there. I'm not sure if there are another one with different colours, but be that as it may, D3. Now, then, after the D3, we move to, I've got two of these for the D5. Now, one of these he did in that colour that you can see on the cover of the box. The other was blood red. So, as you can gather, one is going to be in this colour, the other will be blood red. Pretty simple equation. Now, then he moved briefly to the F1. I think this one comes with his marking. If not, I know this aircraft, the aircraft of the F1 that he flew, he passed to another pilot, if I recall correctly. Now this is Voss. Yeah, Voss. However, wasn't Wolf. Voss. I have a feeling this one. That was the number, 102. There's a coding that they do on World War I aircraft, or at least Fokker did, where you've got FOC, obviously their abbreviation for Fokker, F1 being the aircraft, and which number was produced in what year. So 102 in 17. So it's the 102nd aircraft produced in 1917. And that was one that was originally flown by Richthofen, but then passed on to Wolf. So I will build that as Richthofen's. I'll check the colours. Now, almost done, guys. Finally, I have another DR1. Because whilst he is known for flying a blood red Fokker DR1, he actually flew a number of different DR1s. Not all of them were red. And indeed, I think this one even gives markings for a different one. In fact, is this him here? As it would happen, yes, it is. And you can even see there, it's not red. It's quite a wooden colour there, straight wood. Different colour here. So that therefore, I would have the whole box and dice as far as every type of aircraft that he flew. I even got a Fokker Eindecker because that is what he learnt in. I believe by the time he was looking at transferring from the cavalry to the, not sure what the German Air Corps was called at the time, but at the time, or by that stage, the Germans were training their pilots in Eindeckers. And there we have it. So I just haven't gotten around to do World War I aircraft, and I certainly have plenty of them to do. Yeah. I hope I didn't bore you with that. Now, and one thing I'm sort of, I'll also do actually, I'll need to get another DR1, and possibly another Albatross, because I would like to build Lothars as well. I believe he was an ace in his own right. It's just that, well, his brother was Manfred, and that pretty much covers the story. Now, what I'm going to do. Now, I might duck off in about half an hour. The things I do need to do, as you do. Then I'll be back tomorrow. Now, having done the mahogany, this wooden panel at the back of the Bedford truck, we're now going to do the light wood colour. Whoop. They are cool. I tell you what they remind me of a little bit. You might get a chortle from this, I don't know. I don't know if you're old enough to remember the movie. Do you remember? And if you're too young to, well, hearing me. A movie called Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machine. I actually used to play the theme to that at one stage in a band. Well, I used to play the trombone, so yeah. Womp, womp, ba-da-da-da. Go. Wooden, but that's okay. Now, what I'm planning on doing is a couple of things I want to get as far as modding equipment goes. One is actually a hold and fold. I have some kits that have photo etch. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm surprised they're pretty big in its day. Quite a lot of big names in it from America. I think we've seen it be referenced by The Simpsons, at least. Doesn't really matter. Be that as it. Oh, well. Right. There's our wood panels. Got a bit overzealous on some of that, but then I'm going over the top with metal anyway. Now, next on my agenda. Given the time I have, I had planned or speculated about doing the gun base for the Typhoon. Don't reckon time to. Well, I may as well stay on this. Then a bit later on, we'll put part of the aerials on the or in front of the aerials on the Halifax. Now, black. Someone else would. But first, black. Wonder. One question that you may then pose is why. Um, now, some color guide. Oh, 29. Will go. Now, black there. upgrade there and boom. The bulk of yep, got a plan. Got a plan, Stan. All right. First. Want something a bit crisp. That's looking good time. All right. That one. Oh wait, no. Okay. All right. Go. Let's see most of it. Being German Zeppelin. That would be something. It's had a very dark humor flash. I'm just imagining if you could do one sort of build it, to make it look like it's on fire. You could look at it and scream out, "Oh, the humanity!" Um, I remember seeing this in Family Guy where the Ryan's using his time travel device to pick up chicks, take them to different time zones and nail them. one stage he's taking this chick to where the Hindenburg disaster is occurring. Yeah, you hear the guy saying, "Oh my!" Go through all his conniptions, and there's a dog having sex in the foreground, but oh, the humanity. Anyway, to get certain parts of it, and I can vigorous. Probably should have a bigger brush. Oh, I'll need to just all the way in. Side the same through the bottom line. Then it starts getting real easy. Yeah, it's my favorite character, the Stewie. At an age where the average Ollie is getting sand kicked in their face, he's got plans for global domination. He's all over it. Uh, right. Way. Once I've done these interiors, as you can imagine, this part here is going to be very easy. Areas here where the feet go. Righty. I have, and some of that is also just wrong, which is why it's right. But yeah. really hard with the light. All right, at least there's one. Ah, dear, right. I'm also a sucker for Simpsons. Um, favorite characters there are Smithers and Monty Burns. Unmitigated scout. Lisa discovers, even when he's trying to be good, he's still just evil. I love it. All right. As you can see. Hey, cutie guy, how you doing? Just about to wind things up. Um, um, on the Bedford truck. Really productive. Um, excuse me. Okay. Now I'll do. Right now that main area there, I'm actually going to do a different shade of grey again. Little vertical stripe thing, stripe strip there. So I'm going to dark grey along with steering column there. Those pedals that you might see there, I'm going to do gunmetal grey in the final analysis. Actually, no, I'll do them dark grey, rubber. Yeah, that's how that's coming along anyway. Now, yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Now then, the way, what I will do, tiny brush first. Now, so next, I chopped one of the wires off way too short and realised that after the fact. Fortunately, I hadn't actually put glue on it. Then I realised I'd done wrong when I was actually holding it in the air. How did I expect to get uh, an accurate measurement? So, as you can see, I'm putting the wires alongside each other here. And, well, it should be. And it's scalpel for this one. There. Oh. There we go. Now they should, theoretically, length. Should, theoretically. I can get them on nice and easy. Look, you probably can't see these two bits of wire here. I totally misjudged my stretch sprue and cut it off when it was too short to go on the Halifax, and there was not much rejoicing. No, 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 no. There was not. But now I have two bits of sprue I know to be the correct to the end. And they're painted, ready to go. Now, yeah. Gonna break on through. Yeah. Pull my finger. We'll go to. Yep. Pretty good. All right. I'll be perfectly straight with you, mate. I've got no idea what invisible thread is, right? do tell. Could be something very useful for me to know. Now, do I want to go one at a time? I probably do, don't I? That would be the sensible mover. Oh, heaven forbid! Why would one be sensible, Rob? So we'll go one on, get him stuck. I'll, it won't take long ultimately, but I will wind the stream up. Do I want to do it now? I'm gonna wait and do stuff. This is what I wanted to do yesterday. I said yesterday, but at least this time I know I've got those wires right. All right. All right. Anyway, guys, that is me done for today. Glad I've got those wires calculated. That makes my life so much easier. It's the only downside I find of sprue stretching is that once you got it stretched, once it's trimmed, and if you trim it wrong, you're gonna kind of uninconvenience. That's a man. Anyway, I'll put those on today. I need to switch off first and do a few things, as I have said earlier. All right, again, thank you for watching. Today's Thursday, so I will be back tomorrow. Now it's time for my usual finishing up spiel. For any first-time viewers out there, do feel free to hit that magic button of follow, like, or subscribe. It floats my boat. Okay. Interestingly, I have a shitload of fishing line. I'm a fisherman. What can I tell you? Well, not a fisherman. I do fishing on a weekly basis. I have actually. I know I wouldn't apply here to the. No good swimming. I have to have a bit of a look-see at that. Anyway, bottom line, as I said, that's me done. First-time viewers, magic button time. If you want to track me down on other platforms, I am Rob the Builder on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Discord, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And again, there is that magic word, or those magic words: follow, like, subscribe. If you haven't got the picture yet, you're just not paying attention, people. So yeah, alrighty. I will be back tomorrow, and I will show you what's happened. Well, I'll show you the finished Halifax. I'll show you, and we'll get stuck into. I reckon we're going to do a bit of lank work tomorrow. I think it's time to hit the Lancaster. Get those those engine bays sorted out, so as we can start getting the camouflage paint on. That's my take on shit, people. All right, we're done. And I will catch you tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. And I'll catch you then, peeps.